Hey, what's up, YouTube? Back with another video today, guys. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about the stock market. I had a video previously about some of the stocks that I've made a killing on. Now let's talk about some stocks that I could potentially have a big losing on. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about investing and losing money and getting money is that when you lose money, it's only when you sell, and when you make money, it's only when you sell as well. So you have to buy low and sell high. That's just how the stock market works. But there's some key things that should be part of a lot of people's ideology when it comes to investing. You need to find companies that may have a problem that might be really good that can recover from some kind of problem. For example, Johnson and Johnson have had problems over the years with maybe pharmaceuticals or some of their drugs, and they've had to do a recall. And when they do that, they lose a lot of profits, or it's just bad PR. And that could be a good buying opportunity for you in a stock because you can pick up shares of that company that might be a good company that's been around for a really long time at a much more discounted price. And that's how I view it. And there's some companies that I see that I've invested in here that kind of fall under the same category. And why I like these companies for specific reasons. General Electric is one of those companies that has been around for a really long time in the Dow. It makes a lot of things. And the problem is, it's a little bit like Frankenstein's monster. It's just got a lot of piece to parts, multiple businesses all kind of crammed together, and not all of them kind of mesh incredibly well. The problem is they need to clear off some of their debts. I think that they should actually cut their dividend completely because they need to really manage their money a little bit better at this point, and they really need to get lean, and they got to do it quickly. And they need to sell off some of the things that aren't making them any money. Now, this is probably the direction in which General Electric will go, but the problem is if they cut their dividend completely, General Electric will go down probably lower than $8 a share, and it'll be a gigantic mess. And it's already a gigantic mess. So General Electric is in big trouble. I have a 10% loss on this stock from when I started investing in it. I would not be surprised if this goes down an additional 10 to 20%, at which point I might pick up a few more shares just because it'll be on sale, and I think that this company could make a potential turnaround here in the next 10 to 20 years, but it also might not. I'm not going to invest a whole ton of money into this company because the story just isn't good enough for me right now. Kraft is another one of those companies that has a lot of debt right now, and they're not really breaching into the organic market or some of the products that a lot of people are starting to buy because they're trying to be more health conscious. So that's kind of a problem for Kraft, and I think they're having problem getting sales out. They need a lot more people to be buying their products. If they don't have a lot of people buying their products, then things run a little flat. The reason why I like to invest in Kraft is because I still think that this company can turn it around and turn around their sales and maybe do some more marketing campaigns. They have a lot of, ketchup, mac and cheese. Sometimes kids put ketchup and mac and cheese together. They have a lot of products that a lot of people like in Kraft, and I just don't see it disappearing overnight. But there is some problems with this stock, and I think it's down 20 something percent over the year or a couple years. It's just not in a really good place, and I think that they could turn around. Newell Brands is another company that I think is in a lot of trouble right now. It has a lot of problems that's similar kind of to GE in that aspect, but it also has a lot of products that I think a lot of people like. They just may have bought the wrong products at the wrong time, and the direction of the company is unknown, similar to GE in that aspect. But I have a little bit more faith in Newell Brands than I do in General Electric, and it pays a pretty decent dividend. I've since I invested into the stock, it's gone down 3%. Personally, I buy every 5%, so it goes down 5%. I buy a little bit more, goes down 5% more. I buy a little bit more if I believe in the company. General Electric might be one of those ones I might wait and hold on for a little bit, see where the direction of the company is going. But this is definitely one that I've lost a little bit of money on that I think could potentially have a high upswing. Yamana, this is the only penny stock that I own, and it's the only one that I have any kind of belief that it could do pretty well here in the next coming years. And the reason why, when you're investing, you need to look into buying opportunities at a low amount that have potentially a high return. And this is a really high gamble because, the company hasn't been profitable in some time. They haven't done anything that's really amazing when it comes to producing an extreme amount of gold and silver, and the price of gold and silver has been remaining relatively flat. If gold and silver was to take a high rise, then this company could see also high rise with it. But there is something a little bit different about this company that I like, and what a lot of people may not see. It's that they're paying off a lot of their debts. They're becoming less loss every single year, so they're losing less and less money. And sometimes that could be a really good buying opportunity for when they become profitable. Yamana Gold is one of those companies that's kind of at a low point, and it's kind of my bet, I guess you can say, against hyperinflation. And the company, I think, as a whole, has a new mining operation that's going to be rather large in Argentina, and it could be one of those cases where this company could explode here in the next 2 to 3 years. But who knows? Maybe they might still hover around the $2.50 mark a share, and they might not be profitable, and it'll all go down. Well, that'll be sad. Coca-Cola. This is one of those companies that I've loved and adored ever since I was a little kid. It's one of the companies that I first started investing in when I started investing. And the reason why I took a loss is because the company, its PE ratio is also really high, and the market took a little bit of a drop. And when it drops, that's just the way it goes. If this drops down to normal PE ratios, I think the company, I would pick up a lot more shares of Coca-Cola. But unfortunately, it's just not at a PE ratio that I kind of am comfortable with. I bought this as a learning experience. I bought 10 shares of Coca-Cola at like $45 because I was curious about investing and how it worked as a whole, and I kind of wanted to get the feel of investing. And this is one of the first ones I bought. Currently, I wouldn't buy Coca-Cola because I think its PE ratio is way higher than what it needs to be. And if they came down to $25 a share, then I'd probably scoop up quite a few. But these are some of the stocks that have gone down over the year. I haven't sold them because I believe in some of these companies, and I think that they can do a really high return in the next 3 to 5 years. And I think that that's what kind of goal you should be setting for yourself when it comes to your investing. Where is the direction of this company going, either the course of my lifetime or the course of my child's lifetime? Depends on what kind of investing strategies you're thinking about, if you're going really long or if you're going short. Honestly, I think Yamana Gold will be like maybe a 3-year endeavor for me. It'll take about 3 years for me to feel comfortable with this stock and selling it. Newell Brands could be one that I could hold forever, potentially, as well as General Electric, Kraft, and Coca-Cola. Now, some of these stocks could do really well in the next coming year. Next year, they might go down even lower. Who knows what kind of volatility you can expect from the stock market right now. But these are some of the losses, I guess you could say, that I've accrued over the course of 2018, part of 2017, and where their kind of direction is right now. And if the stock market takes a correction, I'll be absolutely obliterated on some of these stocks. But that's okay, because I've made an absolute killer return on some of those other stocks that I showed earlier in previous videos. So, like if you like this video, dislike if you dislike this video, and I hope you learned something today, guys. If you really like the video, please subscribe. If you have any questions about investing and why I chose those stocks individually, sometimes when you pick a stock, it could be in a company that you really like, but just check their balance sheet. Know what you're investing in. And I'm not saying that you should invest in any of these stocks. I'm just saying that buy low and sell high. So thank you very much again, guys. Have a great day, and I hope to hear from you again soon.